This is the I'm from Denver podcast. Hashtag I'm from Denver. I'm producer WIGNZ. Right there on screen is Larry Ulibarri and the OG Jake Salazar, chairman for Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and all-around businessman here in Colorado. And if you don't know who Larry Ulibarri is, you never got up early in the morning.
Right. Maybe you're not from Denver.
Maybe you're not from Denver. So on this podcast, we talk about everything that's happening in Colorado. So we got Mike Nelson announcement. We got the 10 secret hiding spots for burglaries where people in Colorado are just getting robbed. I guess we're the number 10 on the list there for being most robbed in the state or in the country. And then we also are going to get your reactions on the Facebook page with 400,000 plus followers about your comments on I'm from Colorado. Of course, we blank. And then we're going to do a little throwback talking about the Westminster Mall. So where do we want to get started? I mean, Mike Nelson's just as much of a legend as you are, Larry.
Oh, well, thanks. I often compare myself to weather people, but no, I'm just saying as far as like local notoriety, because, you know, you can be a big time celebrity, national, global celebrity, but when you're a local celebrity, I think that the TV people get it a lot more because they're on TV so much that you just identify with them so often. So we all feel like we know Mike Nelson. He's been telling us our weather our whole lives.
And
how many vacations up to the mountains has he ruined?
100.
Like, what's the success rate like for a successful meteorologist in Colorado for like getting the weather right? Where do you get to have a 40-year career? Yeah, like where I feel like you're going to get it wrong a lot, and people are going to probably make fun of you a lot.
No,
you're probably taking a lot of that, but then it's like, do you have to do more things in the community? Do you just have to like go to schools and help? Like, maybe does that help?
Maybe they get a little bit of leeway in there, a little bit.
But yeah, it's like you have to do like community service to make up for things, right? Like
you get your weather degree, and then you get the job, and then you jump in with the, you know, PSA stuff. You're like, we're raising coats, and, you know, we're going to give canned goods back, and, you know, you're just high profile, and then you get the weather wrong all the time.
Well, and, you know, I looked it up. I was trying to find the success rate, but it came up with what their salary is. They're not exactly like banking it as a chief meteorologist. Like, you would think that they were like, well, maybe he is because he's been around for so long, but they really probably get paid based on being inaccurate a lot.
Yeah. You know what? To be honest, what I found having a whole career in radio, when we would befriend TV people or collab with them, and they found out what radio people got paid, they were pretty freaked out. Like reporters,
like thinking they should be in radio, like, or
yeah, like they were way underpaid.
Yeah, but they're not. But they're also not personalities. They're just like delivering the news, right?
Sure,
you're like making up new content every day. Like you're coming in with like the voiceovers and stuff. Like,
agreed.
They're just like basically reading a script. Like, hey, in Bosnia today,
100%
bad things happened, and it's
that's
like,
not true, Jake. They are making up the weather every day. They're totally making.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, we love Mike Nelson regardless. He's been a fixture, you know, so it's good to see that he had like such a long career here.
Yeah, so he's actually going to retire in 2024 on 12/12/2024 after a 48-year career. So all those numbers add up to 48, and so that's his reasoning for choosing that date to leave.
Hey, he's stuck in there, man. He competed with Apple Weather for like 10 years. Like of his 40-year career. I mean,
sure. When the hair goes completely white, I guess it's time.
He's actually a really nice guy. All things aside, he actually does have a great reputation around the city, and he does participate in a lot of 501c3s, and I think he helps raise a lot of money for those kind of charities and things like that.
I remember him coming to like my elementary school.
He definitely is a good guy.
He came to my elementary school like 30 years ago. Like the guy was just always, like you said, he's a good guy, but he's actively involved in Colorado, and I'm sure he's very approachable. I don't see him as being that like get away from me type of guy. But I
think you're absolutely right. And I listen, you don't make a career in this town and in this city by being a not nice person and not approachable. I think there's a reason why he's been on air so long. I think it's because he is those things.
Larry, do you know him?
So fun aside, like he is definitely a legend for a reason.
Larry, do you know him? Do you have any strings to get him on the podcast? Maybe we could do an interview with him.
I don't know him. I've been friends with some anchors over the years. Good friends with Ernie Bjorkman, but not really Mike Nelson. I didn't run in the weather circles.
Well, maybe Mike Nelson, if you hear this and you like it, reach out. We'd love to have you on for an interview.
Yeah, or anyone that knows him. And then, well, we can get Kirk Yonke on here, I'm sure. But yeah, it would be cool to have Mike Nelson.
Oh, yeah, Kirk Yonke. He's great. He's a morning Fox News guy. He does a really good job. And yeah, like I think that you get to the point where you grow up here and you remember all these TV legends.
Oh, yeah.
Like Kathy Saban. And, you know, we kind of did a video on all the big TV
always
anchors.
did it for me.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, there's and
Yes.
who's the one that is she does the oak fine furniture commercials now. She retired.
Yeah, that's
That
Adele
is Adele?
Arcao.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good gig for her because you have this power in this market, you got this name recognition. So for her to get a big like endorsement for the furniture company was, yay, we get to see her.
Who's the girl that got bit by the dog?
Oh, she's on Channel 9.
She's still on the news though, or did she?
No, I think she's actually not on the news anymore. But
Did you see that, Jane?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I did. I can't remember the name though.
Yeah.
Short, dark hair. I can see her. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
her name.
Oh man, that would be crazy to get bit live on TV.
That's how you know they were not as famous as meteorologist Mike Nelson.
By a dog on TV.
Even with the dog bite video, still not as famous.
Yeah, there was just an anchor. If you don't know what we're talking about, there was a anchor lady. They had a rescue dog on, and she was just kind of getting way too close, and he was kind of giving signs that he was not comfortable, and he ended up just biting her in the face, and she had to get the plastic surgery to fix it.
Well, speaking of the news, Colorado is in the news again, not for good things. Nearly 400 crimes occur for every 1,000 people here in Colorado, and Guardian Protections reports the 10 places that the valuables are most searched for when someone breaks into your house. And Larry, you talked about
So don't hide anything in these places.
Yeah, you do not
Find better hiding places.
Do you guys hide things? You don't have to say where your hiding spots are, but do you have like little safe spaces?
No, like here's my theory about that. Like, I mean, like if you have anything that's of real value, like I assume it would be in a lockbox at the bank, like anything that was like super crazy, or maybe you have a home safe that's like hidden or whatever. But like to me, when I think of people breaking in homes, like I don't think you're really going to get a lot. Like I think you're going to maybe,
or you're definitely going to get shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, coming to my neighborhood, our whole neighborhood is armed.
Oh no, 100%.
I mean, we're all taking advantage of our Second Amendment. Democrat, Republican, it does not matter. People in my neighborhood are armed, and there's those dudes at the barbecue like, I wish somebody would come into my house, and you're like, I'm gonna test out this new Mac 10. You're like, how'd you even get that, dude?
Yeah, you know what? When we're talking about somebody that's that desperate that they're going to try to break into somebody's home, they're obviously not like the biggest brain on campus, because basically if you go in there and you take somebody's TV off the wall and maybe you get their wedding rings and you go to a pawn shop, they're going to offer you $100 for that TV and maybe $200 for the rings. So there's really, like, to me, unless if you know that there's somebody keeping gold bars in their house, there's really nothing of crazy value that you're going to get anyway.
Yeah. I got my elliptical machine. I got my toe. But then you don't want to die over
they're
that.
They're walking out with your elliptical machine and someone just thinks you're moving. They're like, so number 10, a vase. If you want to keep a valuable item in a vase, experts say to put something else inside along with it. Crooks are less likely to look in it or turn it over if it means spilling flowers all over the floor like they care. They usually don't want you to know they were there. So,
well, so now everybody's going to know to look in the vase. So thanks, Wiggins. What else?
Number 9, a suitcase. Crooks will generally go through your suitcase if they find one, because they know we all keep a few things in them, even if we aren't traveling. They might find some money that you didn't spend, or a checkbook, or maybe your passport.
All you're going to find is little shampoos and some Q-tips.
Yeah, now I know why these guys are robbing houses. They're not very smart.
Exactly. It's like, try some identity theft.
Like, I don't leave anything in my suitcase when I put it away. It goes in a room and it's empty because I took everything out of it and like did my laundry and like all the stuff is done.
These guys are giving a bad name to crooks. Like, at least these guys are out replacing the skimmers and these people that are doing identity theft and replicating people's voices.
Guys, you are not Ocean's 11, obviously. It's okay.
These people are just looking for like something to sell for $20.
Number 8, a not so secret hiding place is a portable safe. A mini safe is a great hiding place in a hotel room, but a mini safe in your closet will just be carried away. So when a crook breaks in,
I don't even recommend a safe. And here's why. Because let's say you have a safe and then, like you hear about these people that the word gets out. Oh, that person has a safe. Then it becomes a thing that you have this safe and it's like, oh, what's in there? Word out. So if you don't even have the safe and you keep your stuff at the bank or somewhere else offsite,
STFU about having a safe, then I wouldn't be telling anyone, I guess, what I got.
No, I'm saying like it gets out in stories and stuff where like all of a sudden, oh, one guy, he brags to one person, or it's behind the painting, or it's.
I mean, everybody's seen Boogie Nights, for God's sake. They knew that guy had a safe. and you had 3 porn stars go in and try to rip him off. Like that's how.
Right.
Like,
Don't
that's
have
the
a
quality.
safe.
Don't show people you have a safe if you
Exactly.
have one.
If you have one,
If you
love's
do
the
have
word.
one,
Yeah, exactly.
make sure that it's secured to a floor or wall so that your valuables are not at risk.
When we had our house built, my parents had our house built in Westminster, and they were pouring the concrete. My dad had a safe right when they built the concrete, but you have to be thinking.
Number 7, a not so secret hiding place is under the mattress. Burglars can't wait to get into your bedroom just so they can look under your mattress. People hide cash, weapons, jewelry, and other valuables there, even though we're told not to.
No, just some old farts.
If you're looking for weapons in a house, that person has weapons.
Right.
You run the risk of definitely getting shot.
100%.
And I get to be the cool guy on the news going, he was in my
The
house.
guy
He was
with
a
the
threat.
gun. The guy with the gun. Number 6, the not so secret hiding place is a medicine cabinet. Thieves love a medicine cabinet full of prescription drugs so they can sell them elsewhere.
Right. That's apparently where people get their drugs when they go into open houses, when you're like, oh, that person's having an open house. And then people will go into the medicine cabinet and steal your
They'd be
stuff.
disappointed in my house. I got vitamins, man. I got some pretty expensive deodorant that I wear. So
healthy,
like,
smelling
like,
good
some
gun owner.
colognes that you could find.
This guy's smells good, and he's very healthy gun owner over here. Number 5, and you know what? It's funny because I saw the Roxy downtown posted this because they recently had a place broken into. Number 5, not so secret hiding place is the liquor cabinet. If someone is looking for a drink, the liquor cabinet is likely a target. It would be a shame if they also found your expensive watch hiding inside there. I don't know if you really hide stuff in the liquor cabinet.
I didn't know there were so many hiding places, but I'm writing them all down.
Yeah, I feel like
if I ever hid something in my liquor cabinet, it's because I was drunk and paranoid that somebody I gotta take this off. Somebody's gonna see it. Probably just should have kept it on.
I have never thought about hiding in these places. Okay, number 4, the not so secret hiding place is a freezer. A thief will peek in the freezer looking for something.
That one's legit.
With
man.
a valuable
People definitely
item
hide
in
stuff
it.
in freezers.
If you want to hide something in the freezer, you are better off putting it at the bottom of the bag of frozen peas. Crooks won't take them or take the time to find them.
Right. It's too healthy. Crooks hate peas. They don't like green.
They don't eat their vegetables, man.
Right. They just like meat. No. The freezer would be, I guess, a good place if you're into hiding things in your house.
People definitely do that. That one, that's the most legit one that I've heard so far.
You know, when you go to a lot of head shops, they have these fake cans. They'll have a can of peas, and you can screw the bottom off.
I don't know if they have a
hide
can
stuff
of
in
peas.
there.
Oh, I guess you'd have a can of peas.
Yeah. So you can put that in where your food goes, and then they have
false bottom. You're talking about?
Yeah, they have Ajax, and you can unscrew the bottom and put.
Well,
stuff
now
in.
we know when we come over to your house, we're gonna go looking for the soup cabinet.
Now you're gonna have to look at everything. It's like I don't hide anything.
I don't have enough time to check all this stuff. I got to go through your liquor cabinet. I got to go through your.
You know what?
I gotta go through your pantry now. I got to go through your freezer.
You will find some gold in my liquor cabinet. YOLO gold.
Not so secret hiding place.
Drop in. I like
Number
it.
3, the bedroom closet. If you need to keep something valuable in your bedroom closet, try to throw off the crooks by mislabeling the box. Freshman textbooks ought to do it. Or try,
It's funny.
Mary's handles.
In our closet,
assuming they can read.
Chris and I had for whatever reason, our adult video selections. And I was like, why do we have these? I was like, if we die and something happens to us, people are going to find this box of DVDs and think we're weird. It's just let's just get rid of these. Nobody watches porn on video anymore. So yeah, you can go in our closet. There's nothing in there.
All right, so we're looking for peas at Larry's house, adult video box.
No, that box is gone.
Well, you could have used it as a hiding place. No one ever would have touched it.
Man, I don't keep valuable stuff in my house, just like you said.
There you go.
Yeah. But you can rob my house,
you're
going to get some steaks, maybe, if you even know where to look. You're definitely going to get shot at if I'm home. There's neighborhoods that definitely watch out for each other and this kind of stuff. Yeah. And so, I mean, I would say what your neighborhood does, Larry, communicating, everybody has doorbell cams. People in our neighborhood, I have hardwired cameras, and so do a lot of my neighbors. It's not the Bluetooth, cheapo stuff. These are hardwired cameras. People definitely, I have cameras staring at my neighbor's house in case something happens there.
I'm glad you.
And he kills his wife. You're on him.
Yeah, I'm glad you clarified, Jake, because it's I have my neighbor.
And I don't have it staring into my neighbor's house, but into their backyard. It's hey, something happens.
You got to look out.
I'm trying to help people out.
We have that email thread that we're all on, so we can give each other the heads up on when things are going down in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it's pretty scary because, some people are pretty bold about trying to go check to see if your back door's open. So
the not so secret hiding place number 2, and this is an obvious one, the office desk drawer. Keeping something valuable in your desk drawer. If you're not locking the drawer, then how valuable can that item be? If a crook spots a desk, they're likely to look through it. So lock the drawers you don't want to be opened.
Lock the drawers tight.
Yeah, like the old school James Bond movie. Nobody keeps anything valuable in their desk drawer.
Right, and if you lock it, the person's going to be like, "Oh my God, there's something good in here." So now you're going to get a crowbar. They're going to ruin your desk, and there was nothing good in there anyway.
The thing that I'm most paranoid about, like I could care less about my TV or any of that stuff, or even my computer, I guess, if that's taken, because it's like they can't log into it. It's the external hard drives. That's the part for me, because I have large amount of data on that. I'm more videos on that, but that freaks me out.
What did we just say? You got to lock those in a floor safe that's bolted to the floor,
and then run the cords up.
Right.
There you go.
Ever since WIGNZ got an OnlyFans page, his hard drives are stacking up. So if you go to break into WIGNZ's house, take all those hard drives and see his OnlyFans content.
Yeah. And let's be honest, guys, if you're putting stuff in these kind of hiding places in your house and you really have that much valuable stuff in your house, like knock it off. Like that's not smart. Like we just named off 10 of the worst possible hiding spots.
There's one left.
We got one more. Okay,
what is it?
But subscribe to me on OnlyFans. It is a good side source of income. The not so secret hiding place number 1 on the list: dresser drawers. A crook is just fishing for jewelry box, a watch, a key to a safe, or a lockbox in
a
your
sex toy.
If you have to keep something valuable in there, try rolling it up in a sock.
So if Larry ever breaks into your house, he's going through your desk drawers for some different stuff, okay?
You know what? I don't break into people's homes, nor do I want anybody to break into my home. Here's the thing. It's like I saw a video the other day, and like these guys were like pounding on this door. It was like a security camera, and they kept kicking at this guy's door to break into his house. And I was like, you could just smash the window. It's right there. Go right in. But everybody's like, no, we're going to focus on this door.
Yeah, you got a thrust kick going in the door. I mean, that's old school, man. It's Miami Vice. That's good stuff right there. Like,
that's why our homes are fortified.
All right. Well, then there's the top 10 places not to hide your items, because the burglars will find it when they break in. And it is just terrible that we're
Thank you for the tips.
The top 10 state in the nation to one of the top 10 for crimes. So,
break-ins.
But speaking of Colorado, on our page, if you don't follow us, which I'm sure you are if you're watching or listening to this podcast, but if you don't, the I'm from Denver network, we always talk about things that are happening in Colorado, businesses and memes and all that stuff. Over 470,000 followers. As we posted up what's kind of trending, and we posted up I'm from Colorado. Of course, we ...
You've seen the video trend of people that are like, I'm a doctor. Of course we blank. I'm from Colorado. Of course we blank. So there's a lot of those kind of going on anyway. So yeah, we put that on our social, and it got almost like 1,000 comments.
Yeah, we love them, by the way. It's good stuff, guys.
So make sure you follow. Thank you. So we're going to go through a few of those. Vincent said, I'm from Colorado. Of course we walk to school in 3 feet of snow, only to be told it's a half day and have to walk back.
That's true.
Which was actually kind of fun where I grew up in Louisville. If you walked to school on that half day in the snow, and when we were kids, when you came back down, you got to go to Senor T's. A good friend of ours' mom, his name was Tony Buffo. His mom was a server at Senor T's. And we go in there and get basically free food, like free Monster burritos. So those half days were amazing.
They don't do those
snow days.
Please, they started it in New York, and it just happened. But it's like now, because of like remote learning, they're saying that if there's a snow day, you still have to jump online and
that sucks. Ooh, technology
the internet ruined the snow day.
A lot of people revolted against that because they just did that in New York, and people were mad or didn't show up because when there's a snow day, the parents were like,
man,
free day.
Right, that's your day to watch cartoons.
When there's a snow day, there's a snow day, man. Don't put me in front of a computer.
Right. Well, you know what? The other thing is, you're from Colorado. I'm from Colorado. Like, because I will go to the grocery store in my shorts in the snow. So, like, I wear shorts just running around errands and stuff. I don't mind
every morning. Like, dude, all the time. I would wear. Well, I think it happened because we'd get up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. and do the morning show that you're just like, fuck it. Like,
no, I have these giant calves, it looks like my knees ate a couple grapefruits. And so my calves, there's nothing you could do to them. You could hit them with a laser. You could shoot them with a gun. You could put cold temperatures on it, hot temperatures. They just are.
So you can't wear pants?
Hey, you're better than me, man. Like I have skinny legs, man. I had messed up feet. I definitely played sports my whole life, all the way through college. So I could never get my calves to get bigger, man. I could never do it.
I think you're just born with the legs you're born with. Yeah, you see all these guys who are like, oh, he didn't get leg day. It's like you can only do so much to build it up.
From Colorado,
you know what I mean?
Of course, we have weird legs. I think that's what we're realizing here. I'm from Colorado. Of course, we know that towards the mountains and away from the mountains are legit directions.
100%. And if you go to a city that doesn't have that, you're like, how do they get around here?
It depends on where you're from, Colorado. But if you're from anywhere in the Front Range, yes, towards the mountains is always west. And that is definitely a compass item that has been very nice my entire life.
I don't know if this person's real name, and I feel bad if it is, but Callie McNutt says, I'm from Colorado. Of course.
Did somebody just trick you into saying that name?
Caali McNutt. That's what it says. I'm from Colorado. Of course, we love green chili on everything.
That's true. You know, not a lot of people know this, but white people don't know this, but you have your traditional green chili that you make with meat, and it looks like, you know, with pork in it or whatever. And, you know, that's the green chili that most people know. There's also a green chili where you take the green chili, you just mince it up with garlic and maybe tomato, and you just chop it up and you eat it like just like that. And so, in other words,
bomb.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's way more hot and intense, but it's like something that you can put on your per bite as you're eating your like breakfast. Yeah. It's so good. And not a lot of people know that, but it really is just minced up chili with garlic and salt and pepper. And it's really simple, but it's so addictive.
I'm going to have to agree with Miss McNutt there. Put green chili on everything.
I don't know if that's a guy or girl. Either way.
Man, I don't know, man. I hope that's a real last name because it's fantastic.
If you're real, give us a call. Lorraine Robinson, I'm from Colorado. Of course, we have been to Casa Bonita. Another one says, I'm from Colorado. Of course, we shovel snow in shorts and a parka, just like Larry was saying. I'm from Colorado. Of course, we know Red Rocks is the greatest venue in the world. And that's a fact. That's really just hands down.
I mean, you're just over there just laying down facts. I'm like, I can't dispute this stuff.
The cool thing about Red Rocks is, for as magical as it is for the audience, if you've never been on stage and looked up during a show,
it's incredible.
It's just as breathtaking for the artist.
Yeah, that's why they like
it. It really is. The view that you get as I mean, I've been on both sides as of both of you. Like the view that you get as a spectator, though, especially if you've never been to a concert at Red Rocks, is unbelievable. I mean, just sit about halfway up where you get the view of the city lit up at night, you know, with the kind of the majestic rock, everything around you and the sound.
All the
obviously,
pot smell.
That's part of it.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I found this article and I wanted to talk about it, but we'll wait for another time. But there's actually I want to say a nonprofit company that goes in there and cleans up Red Rocks, right? Every week or
50 pounds of gum, I heard.
Buying 50 pounds of gum every time they go in there to clean. Every time. It's not like, oh, I found it one time. It's like every single time. It's like, I guess if you don't have anywhere to go, you just throw the gum there. It's like, I'm not a gum thrower. I'm not a
dude. Like start.
You just they put it under their seat. They put it under the seat.
Can we get a petition together? People need to start bringing Altoids instead of gum to Red Rocks. Like
it's not going to change. Like you remember the gum tree at Illich's? He continued that at the new Illich's. So that's really gross. You have to see everybody's gum. At least at Red Rocks, it's underneath the seat.
I mean, is there a worse job? You pulling gum off of the bottom of seats. I mean, that's. I think
the worst job is because it's a nonprofit company anyway, so they're not even getting paid to.
Well, I mean, they are nonprofits pay people, but
they're not getting paid a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely not a lot. But I mean, there's possibly a worse job, and that's maybe the guy that mops up the adult arcades. I'm pretty sure that's maybe the worst one.
Well, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh my God! Control Alt Delete.
Moving on. I'm from Colorado. Of course, we don't want that job.
Oh my God! I didn't even think that was a job.
Someone's got to do it. Jerry Lynn Johnson.
I'm guaranteed somebody does it.
Jerry Lynn Johnson says, "I'm from Colorado. Of course, we grill in the snow." I agree with that. I would
100.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I will walk out there barefoot if I just have to flip a burger for 3 seconds.
You still have to pick up a grill.
Yeah, I do. I still got a grill at Jake's house right now, which you will have your security cameras watching me as.
I got you, man. I got you.
Yeah.
Announce yourself before you come in. Though,
There's so many comments on here. I really like the best part about the I'm from Denver network, and I know we're kind of just into a few episodes here on the podcast, but the best part, honestly, about the network and just doing what we're doing is, Larry, you've experienced it at Case 175 with the morning show, and when I produced for you, is having community involvement. And it's just awesome to have 1,000 comments of truly funny response to you from Colorado when.
Yeah, like here's the thing. Doing the morning show, I know Kendall, Kathy, and myself always thought as the audience, as the fourth member of the show, because they brought so much good stuff. Like we had the best callers, we had the best comments, we had the best weirdos. Remember, like, how about that? Okay. How about it?
Hey, man, I used to call in to you.
See, we had the best weirdos. Told you.
Yeah.
Remember Ben? Remember?
I have.
We just had.
I have all of the audio, which I was plugged in the board, and we tried to play the Mike Nelson thing earlier to see if you guys can hear the audio. You can't. I'll fix that. Everyone watching for the next podcast and listening to the next podcast. But I have thousands of those drops, clips, sound effects, everything. We're going to start using those in the I'm from Denver podcast.
Don't keep those in a desk drawer.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Somebody's going to take
those in a lockbox, Jared.
Yeah. WIGNZ.
Right.
We're going to a cussing jar.
My bad. I
right.
without him. His name is Producer WIGNZ. I am sorry.
Now everyone's going to know what my real name is, and now they're going to rob me for sure.
One of the sounds that brings everybody back front and center to the whole thing was this guy who talked like this, KS 1075. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure he's in your buttons somewhere.
Yeah, no,
I'll tell you the thing that would bring me back was the similes, when you guys would make fun of like Britney's like, "Oops, I did it again," and then
song parodies.
The song parodies you guys used to do were pretty funny.
Oh yeah, we got to see about being able to play some of those because
I feel like we need to make some. We definitely need to make some on this podcast.
Oh yeah, cheese sticks. Kathy J was famous for the cheese sticks video, which she hated. Yeah, we had a lot of those, and then
funny, man.
I called in with a lot of characters, so I'd call in as Grandpa. Hey, it's time to talk to Kathy about her big old bitties, and then I would call in, just doing different characters, and so yeah, it was really a fun time, and I hope that WIGNZ has a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them, so I was trying to find them now. We'll wait till another episode to get those up, but it's awesome to do the podcast again. It's great to have Jake on here. Jake really is involved with the community as far as being a business entrepreneur and all the things he's done in Colorado, but actually being the chairman for the Hispanic Chamber, and for us to be able to be involved in the community as well. It's just awesome the way everything's coming together for the show and the network and everyone involved.
Yeah, we're excited. And honestly, the feedback is great too, guys. So the more we get, the better we can make the show, the more we can talk about the subjects that people really want us to talk about.
I agree. I think that we're going to have a really fun show that's informative and that gives back when we can and need to, and also just, gives a voice to the people of Denver. We want you guys to be part of it. We were going to read your comments. We're hopefully going to be able to do some live shows and have you guys jump on with us. So yeah, we're very excited.
And scene. So that's the podcast right there. Hashtag I'm from Denver. Make sure you follow us on the Facebook, on Instagram, subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, and shout out to Sammy and Evolve Podcast for always doing a great job putting these episodes together. Hopefully they caught that little edit there of gap of silence.
No, that's where that silence is where you put a sponsor. That's a perfect.
Brought to you by.
Brought to you by
what's a security company? Apparently, we should probably get a security.
ADT.
Brought to you by Chinese Nissan.